So the question is with this film, is this the best cop movie of the 80s? Let's find out. Okay. Watch this movie on a whim. Amazon Prime just suggested it to me. And gotta say, pretty blown away and can't believe I hadn't watched it yet. And that movie is To Live and Die in LA. I think it's 1985. Let's see. It doesn't say. Yes, it does. 1985. Decent rating on it. So there are a lot of cop movies from the 80s decade. Is this the best? Maybe, maybe not. I've seen a lot of good ones, and there's a lot that I haven't seen. This one was great. It was really good. Willem Dafoe was in it, and he's the bad guy. He's a counterfeiter making $20 bills, and our protagonist, this guy, he is a agent for the Secret Service, and he's been after this guy forever, and it hits all of the beats that any cop thriller movie would hit, and including, like, again, there might be some spoilers in this, but including his partner dies because of the main bad guy, and he's always breaking the rules, and always on the verge of getting kicked out of whatever division he works for or whatever. It hits all those beats, but it feels completely fresh, even though it's 1985. Like, I wasn't sure what to expect as it went. The acting was really good, and there was just a lot of yes, the writing was good, but it was like the directing was exceptional. Like, the choices they would make, not only in how they filmed things, because those were really good, and in my opinion seemed way ahead of their time. The choices they would make on how the camera would follow the subject and show certain parts of the city a certain way. I don't feel like I've noticed things like that in movies in the 80s. But this had a ton of great cinematography choices. But what was really cool was just the directing, how they would let scenes be realistic and raw, and how they actually would happen in real life. I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind, I haven't sat around and thought about exactly how to articulate what I'm saying, but what comes to mind is the scene when our main protagonist is having an argument with his superior about wanting to get whatever he's wanting to get. I think he's wanting to get somebody that's arrested out on parole so that it can help him catch the bad guy. And they're like arguing back and forth like you normally would in a movie. He gets really mad and he storms out. And then the guy who he was fighting with, the head of the division, yells at him to come back. And it waits for a second on the door. And then he comes back in, a little bit deflated, and which it just felt so real. It's like you think about these guys or anybody that has these moments where they buck up against authority and they're really angry and all that. And then it's like you realize they still are authority, and you still have to listen to what they say, and when you go too far. And it was that kind of weird realism of he had known that he had to come back in. If he didn't come back in, he had gone too far, even though they had been yelling at each other. And that's just such a realistic moment in life that I don't feel like happens in movies. Another thing about this film that just blew me away was the editing. Holy moly, they knew exactly how long to keep a shot, how short to keep a shot, when it needed to bounce between things, and they would splash in artsy things that just gave you a vibe of the city. And they really painted LA as this like pretty gritty, like it almost had like when you watch these 80s New York films and they're like gritty and gross. And you know what it reminded me of was the second Predator when we're in LA. It was that same feeling of the city. Like it was like, I don't know if I want to live in LA in the 80s. Even though a lot of people did live in LA in the 80s and probably said it was really fun and awesome, this paints a picture that just, I don't know if I want to be in that world. But this was a really good movie. I would totally, if I was ranking it, I would give it 5 out of 5 stars. I can't believe I didn't watch it earlier. Would I put it in rankings outside of its genre? I don't know, but within the genre of like cop crime thriller, this film is at the top. I mean, even outside of the 80s, I would put it at the top. Now, it's not funny. It's not like a buddy cop film that's funny like Lethal Weapon or Beverly Hills Cop. But it's really good. It's a really good film. You should totally watch it. Nobody recommended it to me, so that's why I wanted to put it on this channel and just talk about it. I'm sure lots of people know about it, but I didn't know about it, and I really enjoyed it. It's totally worth watching. Go check it out. To Live and Die in LA. Had to make sure I got the title right. That is what it's called. And it's really good. And let's see. I watched it on Prime. And let's see. I'm going to give it thumbs up. I liked it. So there you have it. Go check it out. Thanks for watching. I hope you come check out more videos, more reviews. If there's movies you want me to watch and talk about, let me know in the comments. I'm open to watch anything. I love movies, any kind of movies. I love, I even love like Pixar, Disney, Universal movies. I love classics. I love blockbusters. I love art house films. I love, horror films, especially action, things like that. I've got a long list of films that always continues to grow, but I'm more than happy to add to that list. If there's something you all want me to watch, I will bump it up the list and watch it and talk about it here. Again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.